Yeah. Have you noticed in the recession, have you noticed a lot of people are putting off services a lot longer?
Oh, absolutely. I've noticed that customers now will prolong works to be done, even if something is required at the time. If it's not a failure for the MOT, for instance, they will say this MOT failure, you've got to get the work done, and as such, for the car to be on the road, without they don't get an MOT. But if it's for standard servicing without an MOT, they'll say, "Oh, can we do it later?" Say, obviously, we will give them our recommendation, but customers are tightening their belt a lot more now.
Yeah. Are you also noticing that people's mileage is going down?
Oh, definitely. From customers that used to do an average of 9,000 to 10,000 miles a year, they're averaging generally 4.5 to 5.
Really? That's a big drop.
A lot of our customers, they say, I'd rather take a bus and train, even if they're working outside London.
Yeah.
And, for example, we have customers that live locally that would just be travelling up to Ruislip or Harrow, and they used to take the car. Now they say just hop on a bus or a train.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. I think a lot of people, for example, if they can get the train somewhere, they'll do that.
And also parking restrictions everywhere.
Yeah,
doesn't help. And fuel is just going up drastically.
I know, it's horrific, isn't it? And when people are putting off servicing, what sort of problems does that cause?
What tends to happen is items that were needed to be done at service intervals. For example, plugs. In some instances, they do every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, if you miss a service for 2 years, or the next service that was due required new plugs, the next time the car's going to come in, it's going to be running rough. Yeah. Which is going to cost the customer even more money because it's going to be plugged in, diagnosed, and more than likely there's going to be something else that's required at the same time. For example, ignition coil or ignition packs, which, if done at the same time at the servicing, it's usually just the plugs, but we found out more so now. Yeah. And customers prolonging items means that, for example, you've got air filter, which used to be changed every service. Yeah. When I first started, every service 10,000 miles. After that, nowadays when I look at service schedules, every third service. Yeah. When you take some air filters out, they're really filthy. Yeah. So it's stopping the car from breathing. Yeah.
So it sounds like potentially a false economy, that if you put stuff off, you're not actually saving money in the long term.
Not in the long run. In the long run, you'll be paying more. Yeah. Because what tends to happen is a lot of customers don't actually have roadside recovery. Yeah. So they're having to have the car towed in.
That's expensive.
From £60 each time. Yeah. And most customers don't have roadside recovery assistance.
Really? I'm really surprised. I thought most people had AA cover or RAC cover.
You'd be surprised. If you were to ask average of 20 customers, have they got roadside recovery? Yeah. They would say, I would say 75% would say no.
Really? Shocking.
But in this garage, even though our technicians are mechanics, know how to work on cars, are they really going to be able to do anything on the roadside? Yeah. Not really. Harish himself has roadside recovery. I have roadside recovery. Yeah. Even all our senior technicians have roadside recovery. Yeah. So in that sense, it's a difficult choice which they make.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it costs them a lot more money.